Look at this SharePoint homepage. This is built with no custom code, no third-party solutions, just with SharePoint alone. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? How about this page, built with Origami? Same content, but the page is more immersive and more like a website. Both designs have their place and purpose. In this video, I'll build both pages. First, I'll push native SharePoint as far as it can go. And then I'll rebuild the same homepage using Origami web parts. I'll explain every decision as I go, so even if you stick with pure SharePoint, you'll still walk away with a better homepage. By the end of the video, you'll know exactly what SharePoint out of the box does well and where an upgrade actually makes sense. Let's start building. I'll begin with the page built using SharePoint out of the box web parts. To start this page, let's give it a banner so the page has a welcoming feel to it. For this, I'll add a flexible section to the page. Then, I add a background image to the section by going to the Design tab of the section settings. This image looks pretty good. Next, I'll add a headline, some welcome text, and maybe a button for more details if needed. And this page is off to a good start. Lots of websites use this design pattern, so it's very familiar to users. But let me show you something interesting. This header can look way better, but I'll have to use Origami tools for this. Here's what I'm going to change. Instead of having a simple image banner, we're going to supercharge this top section with AI-enabled search banner. Not only it looks great, but it also helps employees ask what they're looking for and get instant answers with links and everything. This alone can be the reason people will come to your page. This design is also very familiar to users. Worried about getting accurate answers with AI? Well, this banner lets you control where information comes from, so you can designate a set of specific libraries as a source. This way, you know the answers are reliable. And look at this. With a single toggle, I can enable this immersive mode, making my banner fuse with the top navigation, creating this seamless, crisp, and website-like design. I even got this personal greeting to call out employees by their name. Pretty nice touch. Now here are the both options side by side. On the left, we use SharePoint out of the box. On the right, we use Origami. Good start. Okay, let's keep going. I really feel like we could use some quick links on this out-of-the-box SharePoint banner to help employees get to key resources fast. We have two options for this. I could use out-of-the-box quick links web part as option 1, and that's easy, and you probably know this already. So instead, I'm going to show you something much nicer. Since this section is a flexible section, I can add and arrange images with links and use them as my quick links. Why would I do that? Because now I get to pick my own designs, icons, shapes, and even make my links look all nice and glassy like this. Now this banner stands out and no code. So how can Origami help me here? On my other page, I have my Origami Quick Links web part. This web part lets me pick an icon, choose a color, and style each button individually. You can have buttons of different sizes, different shapes, and layouts. You're not boxed into one rigid look. You don't need custom PNGs anymore. So easy. Look at this. Also, some of you will love this part. I can target these links by role. So, for example, marketing sees their links like Salesforce, and HR sees HR tools like Workday. Pretty neat. You can even make it so users can add their own bookmarks. Fully personal experience. Relevant links for everyone. Too many links? No worries. The web part will turn into a carousel to accommodate extra links. Here's how this looks side by side. Both look pretty good. Alright, on to the next stop. News and announcements. Every site has them. In my SharePoint out-of-the-box page, I have my old and trusted SharePoint News web part. It's hard to beat its simplicity. It takes no time to set up, and you can just add it and it pulls my news right away. If you like, you can even select sites where you want your news to come from and choose how your news will be displayed. I'm using one of the built-in layouts to highlight the top story with sidebar stories next to it. Nice. What can I possibly make better with Origami? Well, a few things. First, see these tabs across the top? These are refiners, and I can make them pull news from another site or a view and filter news however I like. This way, whatever this article is, I can pull it by topic and it will show under the right category. Great way to keep everything organized and not overwhelm the screen with all the news. And how about this? Likes and comments right within the page. No need to go anywhere. It's great for social engagement. Don't like it? You can turn this off too. Also, you can change the font sizes, make news articles more prominent, colors, you name it. Design it to look exactly on brand. Here are both web parts side by side. This is starting to look more and more like a real page. But there is a little more I want to show you that I think you will really like. Okay, next part is my favorite because so many companies ask for this functionality. On my SharePoint out-of-the-box page, we're looking here at People Finder and Task Reminders. People Finder is one of the most used web parts. Here, to add my People Finder, I use SharePoint Dashboard web part. It allows you to create this card-style blocks for things like people search and assign tasks. To edit them, click the gear icon and go to Manage Dashboard. That's where you can add, remove, or configure your cards. It's super easy to do, no code at all. Now, the issue with People Finder is that most employees, especially new hires, like to search by department or function because they don't even know who to search for. They just know they need someone from procurement or finance or HR. So this People search that searches by name is good but limited. On my Origami page, I have an entire part here dedicated to my People directory to make it easier to explore. Here I can refine my search by department, location, or really most attributes from Entra ID or SharePoint. All contacts come from Entra ID and updated automatically. So that's great. Now, on to tasks. This is actually a great component, but in SharePoint, it's kind of built in a way that it's hard to love. First, I have to assign a task for myself, or someone must assign it for me individually. I don't know about you, but unless you're a total type A personality, I don't see myself assign tasks for me. So to make matters simpler, on my Origami page, tasks are approached completely differently. First, my tasks aren't some random generic tasks. They're tied to mandatory reads or compliance reads employees must acknowledge. So this web part called Mandatory Reads Reminder pulls all mandatory reads I must acknowledge. Once I acknowledge it, the task disappears from my list automatically. Compliance or HR admins can designate any SharePoint page as a mandatory read. They can even target users by department, so you can instantly create a compliance task for hundreds or thousands of users. Can you imagine the time saved and errors avoided? This could have taken a day to complete manually. Not only it's simpler to assign compliance tasks, it's also easier to track who completed what. Take a look. As a compliance admin, I see completion trend and analytics. This is a true time saver. At this point, our pages already feel structured and functional, but there are two more parts that companies use that I think you will really like. This section, labeled Top Priorities with these cards, help me break down information on a page. This could be a list of key initiatives like compliance training, enrollment windows, or leadership programs. The cards help communicate information and also make the page look nicer than a block of text. To create these cards, with my SharePoint out-of-the-box version, I use Flexible Section and Editorial Card web part. Adding a card is simple. You go into the toolbox, select Editorial Card web part, drag and drop it into the flexible section, and then you can change the width of the card and its layout right there. Then if you go to the Properties panel, you can change the color of the card, choose an image, show or hide your headers, and add a call to action link. It's clean, it works. What else would you want from it? Targeting is one thing that is often requested. On my Origami page, I'm using Origami Tabs with Cards web part that does exactly that. What I can do here, I can group cards into tabs and target those tabs by security group. For example, managers. So they are now personalized to the right audience if I want. And that's what makes this section feel truly relevant to the user. Also, what's really nice here is that if I have, say, 12 or 15 cards, this web part turns into a carousel. I can even change the size of the cards to adjust how much or little information I want to show on it. Both pages look pretty nice. Okay, now let's move to the final two parts of our out-of-the-box homepage. First one is social. Lots of intranets have social because SharePoint is not just a platform to keep resources and knowledge. It's also a communication and engagement tool. On my SharePoint out-of-the-box page, here we're using the Conversations web part. It pulls posts directly from Viva Engage community. In the settings, you can select the community and choose between a full social style feed or just highlights. It's a great fit if your company is active on Viva Engage, especially for micro announcements, employee recognition, or quick polls. One issue is that sometimes internal social is not as common and not every company uses it or wants to start using Viva Engage. Many companies like to mirror corporate LinkedIn feed to keep employees in a loop about what company communicates on external social. Out of the box, there isn't a live LinkedIn feed, so on my Origami page, I added Origami LinkedIn web part. And here we have announcements, awards, videos, thought leadership. Everything flows automatically into SharePoint. You post it in one spot on LinkedIn, and it mirrors everything onto the intranet. No reposting, no duplicate channels, no extra effort. Back in my SharePoint page, next to social, I have events. This is using events web part from SharePoint out of the box. This web part connects to the events on the site and displays them in a simple list. Users can click into any event to see more details. It's clean and it works. What else would you want from it? As it turns out, a few more things people request a lot. First, this only shows upcoming events. I can't easily see past or too many future events on this page. On our Origami page, we've fixed that. Here, I'm using the Origami calendar web part. Instead of a short event list, you get actual month view where you can pick a range and see events from that date range. Events can even be color-coded, and you can have them come from multiple calendars instead of just one. It can pack a lot of events, but it also looks tidy. You can even use this filter by category if you have a lot of events, all without leaving the home page. And here's my favorite part. Employees can RSVP directly from the calendar. When they do, the event is automatically added to both their calendar and the organizers. Now it's not just visible, it's actionable. Here are two pages for comparison. So there you have it, two home pages, one built entirely with SharePoint out of the box and one powered by Origami web parts. And the good news, it's not either or. You can mix and match components from both home pages to build something that truly fits your organization. But at the end of the day, it's not about the tools. It's about the experience. When information is easy to find, when page shows what people actually care about, that's what keeps them coming back. That's what makes a homepage useful. If this video gave you a few ideas for your own design, then it did its job. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.